ridiculous. I hate this. Alright. I'm sorry, guys. This is a first for me. YouTube is forcing me to actually set this up differently. Can I change my orientation still? Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Oh, yo, what up, Austin? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this set up, and YouTube has updated how we can do these lives, so now I have to do it from this orientation, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. So, like, I'm trying to get it just right, but it's just super annoying because I always do it with a horizontal. Just another reason that I might not want to do lives as much. Oh, okay. It's set up. It's set up kind of, I guess, how I want it. I guess I'll get used to this. I guess this is okay. I don't know how it looks on y'all's end, but what up, Austin? Okay, we got 3 people in here. If you guys have any questions about Collecticon, if there's anything you want to ask me about that whole experience, yo, what up, Benjamin? I guess I can see how like this is actually better for doing lives, just because while it's vertical, it's probably easier to see it, not very clear. Hey, brother. Can't believe I missed you at the con. I absolutely love all your content. Could only stay during the day during Saturday. Yo, it's all good, Shadowless Jack. It's all good. Let me try and clean this up for you guys and see if that helps a little bit. See if it clears things up a little bit. I don't know if that's any different, any better. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about that whole experience, I'm already going through remorse, right? I traded a bunch of stuff for my Skyridge Charizard, and already I'm like, I don't even want the 8 anymore. I want the 9. Like, already I'm wanting to trade this bad boy up. So, this guy is actually already on eBay right now. So, try and see if we can get the light on this thing. Dude, why is it... This is the weirdest live I've done yet because one, I have to do this orientation. Why is it so hard to show this? I feel like it's not showing the Cosmo Hollow pattern very easily, but whatever. Yeah, already I'm having remorse because I traded a bunch of stuff for a Skyridge Zard, and already I'm like, damn, like I knew I should have in the last 5 minutes spent a little extra money and traded this 8 and some cash for a Beckett 9. I should have done it. So that's one of my regrets. Because you look online and the prices online are ridiculous for buying cards. Especially like Grail cards. They're really expensive to buy on like eBay. So I'm just like, dang. If I could go back. Because I'm not going to any of the other conventions. So if I could go back, I definitely would have traded that up for a 9. But at the end of the day, like, it's still a nice card. It's just not the one that I ultimately want. Bro, you did damn good. Trading up to a 9, good idea, but the 8 is absolutely a high achievement. I know, I traded everything I had left that was gonna be like I literally have no product to sell now. Like, everything is really just like personal collection, and then I have a couple slabs left, and that's it. So like, a part of me feels like I gave up all of the stuff that's very easy for me to sell and move and gives me something to do on the side for like one super liquid card. And that's great, but one thing people don't talk about is how many people are going to spend $5,000-$6,000 on this super liquid card. That's a very small market. People don't really talk about that, but it's a very small market. Beautiful card, but yeah, already won a 9, so I'm already annoyed. You did a lot of trade. Yeah, and that took away from the whole Collecticon experience, because if I wasn't so zoned in on like making trades and finding the cards I was going after, I would have been much happier to actually enjoy the event and then just see what other people had for sale. That's something that I'm going to focus on next year, is like seeing what people have for sale and kind of showing you guys like some other stuff that's in a much lower price range that I think. Aspen. Anyways, that's my rant. I cashed out pretty good myself. I didn't buy or trade anything. Didn't buy or trade for anything. I hear you. And like Collecticon is not a good place to cash out. It's not. I got lucky with a lot of the stuff that I was selling there, but like doing that over again.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
No, come on.
Wait,
You say
where is
hi?
there a video like that?
Okay, because YouTube will no longer let me do a live in the format that I want. Don't let her knock us over, please.
Don't you want to say hi? Look.
Hi, baby. No.
You want to say hi?
Say hi.
No, baby. Hello.
Hello.
No.
Say
Okay.
No, mommy.
My absolute worst fear is something happening to her while we're live and her like smacking her head on this table in here.
Oh, no.
Because this is a glass table in here. Well, it's a wood table, but it has a glass top.
Let's go.
No, that way, that.
I know, baby. I know. Yo, what up, Fortress?
You ready? Come on. Let's go.
So I went to the Charlotte. I went to the Charlotte convention. Don't touch that. Don't touch that, baby. Don't touch that.
Come on. Let's go this way. Come on. Let's go see what Bruce do. Come on.
Yeah, they said hi, Aspen. I thought you did some great work at the con. Thank you, Benjamin. How does Aspen like the snom? She loves the snom. She loves the snom. Thank you for the plushie. Yo, what up, Oscar? How we doing? Yeah, one thing that I was surprised was how few of these higher end cards there were. Like, why was it so hard to find these cards? Like, I see them pop up on eBay regularly, so why was it so difficult to find these cards there? I don't know. I thought they were going to be abundant. I honestly thought I was going to have a really hard time keeping my money. I know somebody in the comments was saying, that I better be careful not to spend all my money, like, immediately when I walk in there. I didn't feel that at all. I didn't feel like I wanted to spend money on anything in there. I had a really hard time actually finding stuff that I wanted to spend money on. And maybe that's because of the years that I've been collecting now. I'm more seasoned and know what I'm looking for, but I was kind of bummed out with the Charlotte Collecticon experience. It was dope, but to be honest, I think there's much better experiences to be had out there. Maybe the Houston one will be better, but I'm not going to that one. Have you ever bought ETBs through the Pokemon Center website? I have. Zeb, were gold stars there overpriced? Absolutely. Some of them were fairly priced because some of the gold stars are extremely rare. Like, there was only one gold star Gyarados there and a 9. And the next day I had plans on picking it up, but a friend of mine ended up picking up that card. Things would have went so much differently if I would have just gotten there a little bit earlier the second day. Things would have gone a lot differently. I don't think I would have picked up the Crystal Zard. And maybe it's for the best that I ended up picking up this card because I do want to trade this up for a 9. But I would have much rather had another like Gyarados Gold Star and a 9. But yeah, there weren't any Gold Star 9s there. There were like no Gold Star 9s. So like those cards are so rare. It doesn't matter if they're Regis or EV Evolutions, like any of the gold stars in a PSA or BGS 9, like with good subgrades. Like, I might end up collecting more cards through BGS or even CGC just because of the prices. Because, like, my Rayquaza is a BGS, and honestly, I'm super happy with it. I have no issue that it's not a PSA slab. I wish it was a PSA slab, but it's okay. So this is changing my view on, like, high-end cards. You gotta just take what you can get once you get to a certain level. Shadowless, did you go to the first booth with Chumlee and Gary? I didn't even see that booth. I didn't even see that booth, so I literally didn't see Chumlee there the whole time that I was there. Honestly, it was wild, because I was looking for Chumlee. And I didn't see, like, several people that said they were there. Like, it was wild, because I worked that room so many times. Yeah, 50K plus cards. Will the 151 center ETBs restock this Friday? Who knows? If they do, I would like to get some Pokemon Center stuff for sure, but I'm not worried about it. I have a big pre-order already set up. Dude, it's actually crazy. Like, the 22nd is the release, right? So, like, in a couple days, we've got 151 to worry about. I'm still recuperating from Collecticon right now. Yo, what up, John F? How we doing? Benjamin, would you consider going to another con in a different place? It would be awesome for this channel. I would consider it, but Diana wouldn't have it. There's no way that I could leave the state for Pokemon cards. Diana would not have it. She's very supportive, but that's really pushing it. Like, I spend 75% of my time. What? Would you let me? Hey, everybody in the channel. Yeah. Come over here. Yeah. They actually have a question for you, Diana.
For me?
Yeah. They were just asking if I could go to the conventions around the country.
You went to one convention, and I showed up randomly, so I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I would maybe, like, slightly consider it, but, like, I don't know. I'd be scared he'd go crazy.
So, and I don't think I would spend all my money. I don't think that would be an issue, but.
What's a card party?
Yeah, so Card Party is, like, where a lot of the content creators are going. I'm not at that level, though, guys.
I'll protect him.
I might get to that level, like, if I'm lucky enough, but I'm not at that level right now.
Card Party almost sounds like underground.
Default, it was the first booth right when you walk in. Yeah, I missed it. Benjamin Dean just won. Jodo Jake, let him go to Card Party. I'll protect him. Hey, what's going on, Jodo Jake? I don't even know why I'm saying Jodo Jake. What's going on, Jake? Oh, man. So I was just... And I've already been talking about it all day.
Where is it?
I think it's in California. Red Flare, yo. It's by his hand. So, Jake, I'm already upset with my PSA 8 Skyridge Zard. I already wish I had a 9. It's nice, but it's got nothing on any of my 9s. So, like, right now I'm sweating because I'm like, oh my god, I just put a lot of equity from stuff that was very easy for me to sell on my own. I put it into one big thing. But now I'm, like, worried, like, how difficult is it going to be to sell this Skyridge Zard? Like, I'm not going to another convention, which I need to trade this. So now I have to sell it to buy a 9. Like, I just should have paid a little extra money and traded this up at the convention in the last 5 minutes for, like, a Beckett 8.5 or a Beckett 9. You'll find it. You'll see the flaws. They're there. Like, so Diana's looking at my my Charizard right now, trying to look for, like, any flaws. But, okay. No, I'm not. You just aren't looking hard enough. If you want to take the slab out and look at it, like...
Can you open it?
Oh, my goodness.
Open it. I don't see it, though.
Alright.
Thank
Don't drop
you.
it. Please and thank you. Shadows Jack, it's just a weekend. Whole fam can go. Yeah, Orion can afford to just ship everybody out.
That would be fun. I can support
Oh, guys.
that.
Oh, guys.
I really don't see it.
I knew you would be. I saw you try and validate the edge in the last vid. Like, dude. I just didn't want to spend more money. But I called my friend at the end of the convention, and this is why I can't listen to anybody's advice, cause what?
Where?
Babe,
Where?
right here. It's so obvious, it's ridiculous. It's so obvious. And so, like, most people that are coming into the hobby, they're not gonna care about what I care about, but, like, Jake, you know, like, when you're looking at PSA 9s that are true, like, Chef's Kiss PSA 9s, they're perfect. Aside from, like, a speck of white on the back. Like, those are cards that you want. There are so many, like, bad 9s, and there are so many bad 8s. And this, I think, is a bad 8. Like, yeah, the edges in that one corner were tough. They're really tough, and I gave it my all to get this card, so it sucks because I just basically settled. By the end, I settled. Yeah.
No, I still don't see it. I'm legit blind. Or I think you're
Okay. Look right here. Look right here. Put it in the light. You can go over there. You're gonna see it. Like. Oh man. You got the most centered Tina. Yeah. I got. At least I got the most centered Tina. Orion, you made some fantastic content the last few days. Honestly, thank you. I wish it was better edited, but okay. Jake just texted me. Card party is in Orlando.
Ooh.
Congrats, Lens.
Wait, that's
congrats.
perfect. That's perfect. Same place as Disney World.
Did you see it?
No, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think you're hallucinating.
No, I'm not.
You are hallucinating.
I'm not, babe.
You are hallucinating.
Babe.
You are hallucinating.
Right here. I don't know how you can't see that. How you can't see how tough that is.
I see a line.
Yeah, you see that slight line going through there. Yeah.
That's a scratch on the plastic.
Okay, baby.
That's a scratch
Baby,
on the plastic.
baby. We're done here.
No,
we're done here.
we're
I
not,
love
we're
you.
not done here.
I
Shut
love
up.
you.
No, shut up.
Whoa.
Shut up. Listen, there's nothing there. Like, you see a slight, like, lump, but, like, I don't think it's,
Do you
like,
honestly
a
think it's the
vent.
plastic?
Yes. I don't.
I don't think it is.
I think it's the plastic, because I don't see anything on the back. There's nothing noticeable on the back.
I see
a speck of white.
I see an indentation right there.
There's a white speck. No, it's just darker, the card. Dude, I don't
Alright.
see what you see.
All right, guys. So when you get to 3 years of collecting cards, you will get to a point where you can see things that others can't. It's kind of like a superpower.
You start to hallucinate. I just kidding. I don't see it though, so goodbye. I'm gonna take a bath.
Okay. My gosh. Oh my goodness. Congrats on the convention pickups. Thank you. How long are you going live? Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just vibing. I'm with JD. 10 or bust for modern, 9 or bust for vintage. Yeah, I get it. Like, I've been trying to argue for like lower grades for the longest time, but you just need a 9. You just need a 9 if it's vintage, especially if it's Grail. Like, you just need the 9. But when am I gonna find a really clean 8 that I can be like, this 8 so clean? I always end up surprised. Drive to Orlando isn't too bad, bro. Recently finished the Japan 151 master set with all the master balls. There you go. Benjamin, I think there are even bad 10s. There are definitely bad set 10s. Like the old cert 10s are bad. Okay, guys. Here we go. We got Sherlock Holmes over here looking for the flaw that I can see so easily. And like we're just live talking about how flawed the card is that I'm gonna need to sell and trade up at some point. So that's always good. Oh man. Maybe I'm just too critical. Maybe I'm just too picky. But yeah, she's not letting this one go. You need to flip it around on the back and put the light straight on it.
I have flipped it around.
And I would take it out of that plastic case and so you can really look at the card. But like the fact that you can't see it is wild.
Dude, how do you open this?
Wait,
I'm gonna show your mom.
She should have graded the card, right?
Right? I should become a PSA grader.
Yeah,
maybe that's my future career.
Yeah, if you're a PSA grader, I'd be a wealthy man right now. Because that card would be a strong 9.
Dude,
oh man.
It's just a scratch on the
Crack
plastic.
it, eh?
It's just a scratch on the plastic.
No.
I'm not wacky with this.
You just I think it would be better just the con. It'd be better just the con. Yeah, bro. Crack it. Send it to CGC. It'll be a 9. Problem solved. Adam, your wife is beautiful. Appreciate you. Diana, someone said you're beautiful. She has a YouTube she just started, by the way. And I'm pretty sure it's just her name, Diana De Silva. Would you recommend me invest all my life savings in Pokemon for the short term? CJ, depends what kind of man you are, right? If you're the kind of man who likes to wake up, feel terrible, and live life on the edge like a degenerate, then you have to invest everything you've got right now into the short term. But if you want to be happy, I would say look at very specific cards in this hobby and pick those up. They're super liquid. They're very investable. I would not throw everything into this hobby. I wouldn't. Only do it if you're trying to have fun. And that's that. If you want to throw all your money at this hobby and have fun, go for it. But it's terrible. I would be giving terrible advice if I told you to just like throw everything in here. Your wife is a BGS 10. Let's go. No, that's the real trophy. Like, that's the real trophy.
Me and your mom have concluded that you are hallucinating because there's nothing on here but scratches on the plastic.
Baby.
No. Shush.
Even Paul saw it. My dad, my 7-year-old dad saw it.
Your dad just said, No, there's nothing on there. There's literally nothing in.
It's right here. It's right here. There's a line. There's a line going across right here, baby. And on the back, straight up, this is the full 110% truth. There is a slight indentation. It could be a factory indentation, but I don't know how you don't see that.
It's a white speckle. There's nothing on there.
Babe, oh my goodness gracious. I'm getting frustrated trying to explain this. All right.
There's nothing on there.
It's very hard to see with the gloss of the light, but when I see it in the light in here, it's very easy to see that there's a dimple right there. There's a dimple right there. How do you not see that? Come on, please.
Listen, you're the one with glasses. I'm the one without, so I don't know what you're talking about. I
Okay.
don't see anything.
All right. Card's perfect, guys.
Yeah.
Pick it up. It'll grade probably cross over to a BGS 9 easy. Probably just crack it and get it resent to PSA. It'll hit a 9, definitely. You should pick it up on my eBay right now and then just send that off to PSA. Oh my gosh.
Goodbye.
Oh, someone said you're a BGS 10.
Listen, I am a PSA 10.
At least she knows, like, the lingo. Michael, what's going on? Big hearts, big hearts. I think she would let you go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. She would, and then she'd be really upset about it. Yo, Gengar Master, what's good? Adam, invest in Poncho Pikachus. Ricky Chiam, your thoughts on ancient trait cards? I don't even know what those are. Briggs, today is my birthday. Can you say happy birthday? Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Alright, that was the best you guys are going to see for that. Better than your birthday. Even I would invest all my money in Pokemon, not 100%. I think that was kind of like a joke, but CGC is lenient on indentions too. Seriously would be the play if it was my card, and I have never graded with CGC and typically wouldn't. TKK Collector, invest in tickets to Amsterdam band, pick up any promos you can from any cards they give at the Van Gogh Pokemon Club. Interesting. Mustafa Khan, Pokemon Damn, spend lot money. Pokemon Damn, spend lot money on that crap. Shadowless Jack Ever. Briggs, thanks bro, you're welcome, man. Gengar Master, I bought some Lucario Tyranitar boxes from Sam's Club today. I blame you. Did you open them yet? And actually, since I've like randomly found this loose Battle Styles pack, so let's go ahead and open up this Battle Styles pack. Here goes it for the boys. Dang it, I think I actually like this streaming setup now. Like, but it just feels like social media, whereas before, like with it sideways and like front and center, like this is a different angle. Hold on, we need to change this angle slightly. so that it features. Yeah, we got the gold star. No, I actually don't like it. I like it better. I like it better like this. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep it like that. I'm sorry, I'm still adjusting to the way this is set up. Oh man. Buy what you love, Benjamin. Not yet. I'm hanging on to 4. Is this a TikTok live stream? Seriously, it feels like it is. Okay, we got a bad code card. Woo! Should have known that. Okay, let's see what we get in here, though. I still need to work on battle styles. Crawdaunt, Trainer. What is that? Doublade. We got Remoraid. We got Cubone. This is actually a sick Cubone artwork, though. Alright, we got Pawniard. I don't know why, but I think it's having a tough time. Like, I think it's... Hold on, let me adjust this, guys. Because I think it's having a little bit of a tough time trying to focus on me. Hold on. Okay, now it's like really at an incline, but I think it might be able to... Yeah, let me fix my hair, guys. Okay. Alright. We got Houndour. I don't think I have this Houndour artwork. That's pretty cool artwork. What is he pulling? He's pulling like a whole rock right there. Okay. We got Houndour. Okay, we got Shinx. We got our reverse Perugly. We got a Perugly. That is a very glossy reverse. Alright. And we got our Stone Joiner for our rare. I do need to work on battle styles, so I'll probably actually need this bulk to work on that. But yeah, that was my loose pack failure of the night. Oh, let's see. And the next thing is I need to adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. Whoa. Gotta catch up to these. The grader must have been hallucinating too. Today's my birthday. Yeah, I already got on those. Yeah, the shiny Rayquaza plush was foreshadowing. Talk about coincidence. Dude, seriously, that was a good luck charm. Supernatural, hi, love your vids. Thank you, bro. Fortress, Orion Stars. For some reason, the live stream quality is stuck at 720p. I feel like it's in a different. I feel like it's in a different stream quality, and I have no idea why that might be, but just bought the 23 karat Pokeball cards. Can I have your take on them? Bought at $100 for all 6. I mean, that's kind of like that's like the Burger King cards. I think those are really cool, but I think they're investable. There was a lot of those made and given out, so, and not a whole lot of people probably held on to them, but I think there's just so many out there. Turn your cam sideways or lean over really far to the side so it doesn't look sideways, right? Guys, dude, just YouTube totally screwed me. Like, watch this, guys. I can't turn the camera angle because it will literally, it blocks me from continuing the stream. I have to keep it this way, which really is frustrating for me because y'all know I've never done a live like this. I don't know why it looks slanted, dude. I can't, I appreciate you guys for hanging out, but this isn't me. This is why I mainly do videos, is because it's just too much stress dealing with this stuff. And I'm going to keep doing lives on Wednesdays. Maybe they'll keep it in this format. I think I can change it in the advanced settings. I can change if it'll allow me to put it horizontally and change the rotation. Super weird. It's never done this before. I hope it's just a random thing for tonight. But you have to be prepared to lose a bit of money when you crack packs. Yeah. Shadowless Jack, I forgot to mention, it's been blurry the whole time. Great. Is it still blurry? Is it still blurry right now? My goal with sealed product investment is to buy product for a year or two. After it comes out, then I'll sell. After 4 years, sell it take that and do it again, rinse and repeat. I think it's a lot easier said than done. Use the YouTube funds, buy a GoPro for your videos and live streams. Ricky, I gotta bounce. Have a good time the rest of your stream. Appreciate you. Purchase GoPro would be perfect for vlogs as well. Geodude, hoping to turn $100 box into 300 every 4 years. That's 27x in 12 years. Again, easier said than done. I hope everything goes well. I have a lot of modern sealed product, but what is going on out there? Oh boy. Appreciate you. Yeah, from the UK, that's dope. Yeah, that's so absurd they block you from landscape. Yo, what up, Market Scraper? How we doing? I know the live looks a little bit different tonight. Sounds like all hell is breaking loose outside of this room right now. Like, Aspen's crying, he's running around. I hear thudding and thumping. Oh boy. Like I literally am stressed out about what's going on in our house, like outside of this stream right now. No, it's better. Okay, so it's a little bit better. The quality looks like it's a little bit better. I like the mix of regular videos and lives you do. Thank you. I'm trying to keep lives as a Wednesday thing that I always do Wednesday, whether I upload a video or not. It's just hard sometimes because Wednesday is my one of 2 days off. Hyperbeam Ray Gold Star is hype, dude. And like, yeah, so we can definitely. So the other cards I picked up that were really nice were definitely. I did get Giratina. I did get a nice Giratina. But yeah, I picked up this Latios and a 9. I guess it should have been a 10. I'm still happy with the 9. I don't care. But the Gold Star Rayquaza I'm happy with. Even though it's BGS, I'm happy with it. Trying to get it in the right light. Hold on. Trying to get this thing so that we can focus on it. I'm trying to show you guys what Market Scraper's talking about. When you get the light on it just right, it looks like there's an orb in Rayquaza's mouth, and it looks like a Hyper Beam. It looks really, really cool, but really, really hard to try and catch on camera. Like, it's so crazy trying to show you guys this stuff that I'm able to see so perfectly right here, but this is just, it's gonna be time soon for me to like upgrade camera setups and all that. I just don't want to deal with it, and I really don't need it as far as videos goes. It's really just for these live streams, is having like a different office setup potentially, and like I hope this is just one of those nights where my quality might be off, or it's forcing me to be in this rotation, and I'm fine with this rotation. I'll get used to it, but I just want the quality to be okay. Like, I don't want it to be pixelated or anything. Yo, bro, do you like the last Ronick Comics TMNT? Nah, not really into comics at all, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Can we see a close-up of the Rayquaza? The quality improved massively. Yeah, we can definitely. I don't know when they showed that, but as long as the quality improved massively, that's good. That makes me happy. So here's this guy, strong subgrades, beautiful card, perfect centering, like so clean. This is a true 9. Like, this is a really, really clean 9, and I like that Beckett has the sleeve in there, so I know that this thing can't shake around and get damaged over time. Trying to show you guys the Hyper Beam, though, the Hyper Beam effect. If I could just get the light on here perfectly. I don't know why it's so... There it is! There it is! There it is! Look at Rayquaza's mouth right now, guys. Look at Rayquaza's mouth right now. Look at that Hyper Beam. Dude, that thing is so dope. Like, that's one of my favorite things about this card. It's just a special thing that, you know, like no other Gold Star Rayquaza is going to have that little hollow orb just perfectly set in its mouth. Like, that is just perfect and looks so good. So there it is. It showed perfectly right then and there. But I am upset about that. I talked about this in the beginning, but I am upset with this Charizard. I already want to trade it up for 9 or sell it. It looks clean, but like in reality, like it's a weak 8. It's a weak 8, I think. Either that or everyone just thinks I'm crazy in this household. Nishigo, what up, what up? Supernatural, what's your take on collecting all the WotC sets? I have almost all of them complete. So I would highly recommend it. Right now it's really cheap to complete those. That's one of the only reasons that I traded all of my WotC Hollows. Like I had 2 boxes of WotC Hollows that I traded so that I could get this Zard. And mainly the only reason that I did that was because I already had all the sets near complete. And all those were like duplicates or extras that I'd found or bought for super cheap over the years. And honestly, I doubt that those cards were worth 3,000. I mean, I don't doubt they weren't worth 3,000. I just the cards that I traded for this Charizard, I think what I paid in them was closer to probably $1,500 or $2,000, something like that. So I got good value on it, but I already want to trade up this Charizard. Geodude, obviously have majority traditional investments, but if the past holds true, right, and like history repeats itself, 5 to 6 year old box selling for 300 isn't too crazy. The compounding is where the real money is at. Mo Thomas, that's cool. Appreciate you, Mo. Omar Beltran, feels like the grading market has been oversaturated. You seem to get grades, but were slabs selling at the con? Slabs were not moving at the convention. That's a great question. Slabs were not moving at the convention. They were not doing well, and if you're going to collect con, I would bring raw, because raw is the stuff that's actually going to sell, and the stuff that you're going to be able to trade more easily. It also takes up a lot less space, so you have to take that into account when you're thinking about the point of view from a seller or a vendor perspective. The Lovebirds card is extremely cool. Yeah, I think so too. And I traded for that one as well. What are your thoughts of BGS in general? I have a friend that's doing a submission, and I'm thinking of submitting a few Japanese cards. I would only do at this point, I would only do BGS if it's a big card. If it's a really big card. Because BGS, 1, isn't cheap. 2, those subgrades can be really, really helpful if you want to get better value out of the cards. So if you have a strong card, get it with subgrades, and that's where BGS really shines and kind of can... Also, you've got the black label effect as well. And I guess if it's not a grail card, like that's where it can be beneficial sending in anything, because if you can get that black label, then it's totally worth it. I like CGC. I like Beckett. I was actually a way bigger fan of Beckett when I did my first submission, but over time I've kind of just come back to PSA because PSA is so consistent. I love all of them. I think there's room for all of them, but I myself would mainly collect the PSA cards. That's just what I would personally go for. Shug Nasty, yo, Benjamin Dean, yeah. The quality went back down, lol. Is the Rayquaza your favorite gold star? Yes. And like, that's the main thing. I went to that convention hoping, but honestly not expecting that I would walk out with this card, let alone walk out with this card and a bunch of cash. I crushed it. The only thing I could have done differently in the whole convention was at the end of the day when security was pressing everybody to get out of there. Like, I felt rushed and I had to leave the convention, but there were 2 vendors that were still in there that had higher grade Skyridge Charizards. One was a Beckett 8.5. They wanted 400 extra on top of this card. And the other was a Beckett 9, which is the one that I should have just spent the extra money. They wanted 1,500. I should have been like, dude, I'll do 1,400. I'll do 1,300 plus this card for the Beckett 9. And then I would have had 2 really, really nice Grail cards. Instead, I kept the 8 because it was PSA, and in the end, that bit me in the butt. Because now I'm wishing I would have just gotten a higher quality card. Because these conventions, they come and they go, and you're like, oh, no big deal. But the reality is this convention won't come back to Charlotte for a year. That was my chance to make any big decisions that I will now be stuck with. And then I could pay in cash and not deal with shipping, taxes, protection, you know, getting destroyed in shipment. Like, there's so many variables when you're buying cards of this caliber. But yeah, Ray is my favorite. Quality too poor. Yeah, guys, I have no control over what the quality is like in here. Mic mode. I've got everything. Everything is on. It should honestly be fine. Check Discord chat and your server. Nishigo, love the hollow orb in the center. Rayquaza Gold Star is my all-time chase. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Have a blessed night. Cheers, lads. Surf Panda edits. Yeah, it's just retracting your messages, buddy. Wax Relic, hey brother, hope all's well. Enjoyed your Collecticon video a lot. Right on, dude. Thank you. David, hey Ryan, how's Collecticon? How's the wife and kid? Appreciate you. Collecticon was good, tiring, stressful, exciting, remorseful, but you know, I learned a lot and now I can go prepared for next year. And the wife and kid are doing good. I was really lucky to have them kind of surprise me at Collecticon. Professor Charlie, how did you carry the raw cards in your case? Like, did you carry them only in acrylic boxes? Just trying to make sure nothing falls out and moving around. Yes, I had acrylic boxes that I'd been gifted at some point, but I had acrylic boxes that I just stacked my WotC Hollows just because they just take up a lot of space. And I'm glad I did that because it helped me out a lot when I was there. Would I accumulate cards like that again? Probably not, unless the prices were really, really good. But it was all, like, guys, it's stressful moving a lot of cards. Like, selling a lot of Pokemon cards is stressful. And if you're not a vendor and if you don't have the platform to really move stuff quickly and you don't have a team, that's why these guys do what they do. Let them do the heavy lifting. I'm going to just focus on, like, very liquid, higher-end cards. That's the stuff that I'm going to worry about now. You know, completing your sets and binding cards, that's one thing. But then, like, collecting cards as an investment that stack up, that you've got hundreds of, vendors don't really want that. I got very lucky on the trade. Very lucky. Emil, hello, streamer. How do we know this isn't pre-recorded? Can you please put a shoe on your head to prove this isn't the case? I mean, I guess let's go with the Concord. Let's go with the the defining moments. DMP. Wow, I've literally forgot all of my sneakerhead knowledge. I literally forgot what these were for a second. Like, yeah, I know that the Concord 11s, but they're also the DMPs. Okay, this is not pre-recorded. You asked me to put a shoe on my head. The shoe on my head. There you go. Welcome to YouTube Lives. Oh man, I need to sell those sneakers too. I need to honestly sell those. Right now with my family and everything, like I need to make money and like be more serious about our financial situation and like where I'm going with the channel and all that good stuff. Like I once thought that everything was going to be about collecting and expanding my collection, and now I'm more like, how can I continue doing this and also provide for my family and also show them that like I'm willing to, you know, save all of my money and make smart choices. And I think one of those choices for now is to sell a card that I literally just picked up. Need the money way more than I need the card. Shug Nasty, even in an 8, that card will prove value and continue to be super liquid. Dude, I hope so. I hope so. Right now it has one watcher on eBay, and it's like the first listing that pops up, which is dope. It is sick. It's like the best photo up there. But Super Pan edits, hey Ryan, I bought a PSA 10 Moonbreon with very good centering, not the best top to bottom, for $9.83 including tax. Your thoughts? Ooh. I saw so many Umbreons at that convention. That card is so plentiful. I would not have paid that amount. Now, to be fair, I paid $5.50 for mine and paid another $95 to get it graded. So I was in $6.30, $6.40-ish. But I also took a big risk buying that card that it wasn't going to get a 10. So, you know, honestly, whatever. That's not a terrible deal by any means. That's like market. If you can get a PSA 10 Umbreon for 800, 700, if you can get a PSA 10 Umbreon for 700, you're golden. At that price, it doesn't matter if someone submits it themselves. I actually not really, because you could pull the card for much less. Even though we've watched streamers and learned that you can't pull the card, it's very hard to pull that card. So I don't know what the right answer is, man. Like, as long as you love the card and you're happy with it, that's all that matters. I think you paid close to market. Comp Doctor, consider traveling to other cons, write off expenses. That is something I could definitely think of. Thank you for putting that in my head. I think you should go to another con. Emil, love you, Ryan. You're great. Thank you for making my night. Oh, you got it. Ride any SB dunks? No SB dunks. I never had any SB dunks. Mike Pomeroy, what's up, Ryan? You're legit a breath of fresh air in the hobby. Aw, that can skew negative more often than not. The way you talk about Pokemon and your passion surrounding it is an infectious thing. Oh, dude, thank you.
Leo.
Supernatural, is all your Pokemon business full-time, or do you work, and is this a side hustle for you? I wouldn't even call it a side hustle. It's just like, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy collecting. It's a passion, and I do it every day without thinking. So it's not really work, right? Work is something that you don't really enjoy doing, which I have that as well. And I wouldn't say I don't enjoy being at the bar. It's just that I'm giving a lot of time. So my full-time job is I run a bar here in Charlotte, which we hosted an after party. We hosted an after party for Collecticon. Do you want to just bring her over here and say goodnight?
She wants to say goodnight. But
Yeah, that's fine.
She sees the Mew and she
Give me a kiss.
She thinks the Mew's her baby.
Okay. Give me a kiss.
Baby.
Give Daddy a kiss. Mwah. Say night-night. Say
Say
night-night.
goodbye, everybody.
Night-night.
Night.
That is serious. Ow.
Yeah, so back to that. I would love for making videos to be full time, because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing my opinions and thoughts, and it doesn't bring in any money, but that's something that can change, and that happens when you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing and you just stick to it. And I've seen so many content creators and people that I saw at the convention that are living their dream right now. They're doing this full time, and like, yeah, you're monetizing your hobby, but you just have to, there's a fine line of like, don't depend on this. Like, have this just be for fun. And that's something I struggled with for many years, was depending on this hobby, depending on collecting certain cards. Whereas now I'm like, I don't need anything. I have this one card, and this is all that I feel like I need right now. There's a couple cards that I really want still, but like, I think that's the best part of collecting, is you get to a certain upper echelon level where you're like, I've seen it all, I know it all now. I don't need to have everything. There's like a couple things that I want, but I do think making videos is really important. It's very therapeutic for me, and I would like it to be a full-time thing, but that would also mean quitting our family business, and I honestly think I'm going to be working and doing YouTube for several years. I like being able to work at a bar. I get to meet people. I get to make relationships and network. But I like making videos, and I think those two things could be interchangeable maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I'm doing with everything. I don't feel like I hate my job and I can't wait to quit to do YouTube full time. I'll do YouTube no matter what full time. I'm still going to work at the bar and run the bar because it's part of our family business and it's part of a legacy. And if I can build up a business that can support Aspen, when Aspen gets older, she'll have a place that she can like work, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm going off on tangents. But I hope I answered that. Ani Life, good evening, Orion. Yo, what up? What up? Anime cards, you collect any Weiss? I do not. David, I just put up a new profile pic. This is a picture of me. I did guess that much, David. Show on, hey Ryan, yo, what up? Surf Panda edits. Hi Ryan, picked up an old CGC 7.5 Shining U2 Unlimited for 400. Your thoughts as an investment? That's a pretty good price. I think you're kind of right on the money with that card. One thing I would say is go for 8s and 9s. Like, it's not that much more than the 7. I have that card in a 7, so this is the pot calling the kettle black. But if there's anything I've learned, you want the highest grade you can possibly afford. And sometimes that means waiting. Sometimes it means being more patient than you would normally be. Everyone's saying night night. Orion, are you going to card party in Orlando? Honestly, at that time, June 2024, I will probably make that. That is something that I'll probably make, and then maybe we can do a family trip on. That's definitely possible. It just seems stressful. It seems really stressful for us personally. We do have a kid, and honestly, I would spend more of our time here, spending quality time, than like driving on a long trip. It does concern me a little bit, and there's a lot of variables that can happen along the way. You get a flat tire, something you blow a rod bearing, I don't know, stuff can happen. Check engine lights like me. Supernatural, you're at 2K at the moment. I will be here when you reach 100K. You have the potential. You're a quality content creator. Binge watch all your content so far. Hey, there you go. That makes my night. Thank you. Benjamin, if you do more cons, ... in my opinion, your audience would increase. I believe that too. That was some of the best retention I've had in a while. People watch those videos all the way through. Surf Panda, am I the only one who spends their hours watching Orion's vids at 2 times speed? No, you are not the only one. A lot of people do, actually. Family business is important. Anime cards, I just started collecting Pokemon cards on June 28th this year. Any tips? Collect what you love. Do a ton of research. And pops. Look at the populations of the cards you're buying. Because if there's a huge population, especially modern. You guys need to be careful with buying modern alt arts. You need to be very careful. They were all over the place at the convention. Everywhere. Now, I couldn't find them anywhere in this city. But suddenly at the convention, there was an abundance of alt arts. That's not to say that they're not valuable and they won't go up in value, but like I would avoid jumping into alt arts immediately, and I would focus on some of the harder to get older cards. But again, that's me like inflating the market that I love the most. Buy whatever you like. I'm just saying what I think is one of the smartest moves. Buying sealed product, booster boxes, buying cases of boxes. Best thing you can do for the money, I think. And then like making plays, because you have to make plays, otherwise it's not going to be sustainable. Gotta make plays. Like, if anything anime, you gotta make plays. Kilgore, you see Nostalgianomics. I did not see him at the video. New video about Rudy from Alpha purchasing 70% of PCG. I did not see that. I have never graded with PCG, nor would I probably ever grade with PCG. Who knows, though? Michael Hernandez. Hey, Ryan, I picked up Shadowless PSA 5 Charizard for 600 and a first edition Venusaur CGC 6.5 for 700 and Shadowless Blastoise 5 for 180. Thoughts? Do you think it's time to buy vintage now? I think those are buys that I made like my first year collection. So I know exactly what you're doing. Hold on to those and trade up for higher grades as you go. You're on the right track, but no one at those conventions wants those middle grades. No one wants them. This is me just giving it how it is. This is the cruel reality is that there's not a big enough market for those mid-grade cards. It sucks. But I don't think you overpaid by any means. Ani Life, oh, don't you go by plane? I could go by plane, but yeah, I guess that would make more sense. Jack Dory, can you give me some Pokemon cards? Because you got so many. Can you just send them to me? I actually don't have many cards left. Like, that's the crazy thing is I don't anymore. Like, I have a bunch of stuff on display. I have some nice slabs. I've got a lot of theme decks, and I've got stuff in my binders. But as far as loose cards, I got nothing. I sold everything at that convention, which is great because I can focus on making content now and being less absorbed and trying to make money selling Pokemon cards. Because that's not why I started collecting. I started collecting because I felt like I had a lot to talk about, and wanted to talk to people about stuff. Emil, but please, new mic for conventions. You got it. I'm on it. Indica Carlos, how much money do you estimate you've put into your entire collection? If you had to guess, that is a great question, and I know how much because of my credit card. I know how much that I've spent, and because of my sales, the information I have on all of my sales online, I know how much I've made back. So right now, I know that I've spent about $100 grand. I know I've spent probably maybe even like 105 at this point, because there's some cash purchases too thrown in there that I can't really account for because they're not recorded on my credit card. But I would say about $105,000, maybe more than that. I know that I've made about 25 in sales in the past 2 years. So I know right now I'm probably hovering at $80,000 is what I have in my collection, which is too much. And I'm trying to figure out how I can dig myself out of that hole. To be honest with you guys, there were a lot of videos I did in the beginning talking about my addictions and how I spent all my money and over leveraged and I maxed out my credit card. I did a lot of crazy stuff to collect Pokemon the first year and two. And it just got worse. I have really pulled back since then. One of those big things is I don't look for small cards anymore. I just don't. It's too easy to spend your money when you're just like this, that, the other. Even my auctions, don't buy my auctions. There is so much stuff out there. Like if you want to support me and you want to put a bid in on my auction to support me, sure, go for it. But there's so many options out there. Don't go for the small stuff. Wait, be patient, guys. I don't think enough people are going to say this because they want to protect their valuable grails. I have no reason to inflate that market. I don't have half the cards. But gold stars, crystals, shinings, I guess alt arts, like sun and moon alt arts maybe, I would say, are like kind of up there too. No. Gold stars, crystals, and shinings. First editions, like first edition Watt C, and even Watt C, you have to be careful about that stuff because that stuff sits. There was a beautiful first edition Sabrina's Gengar that I wish I picked up at that convention. But no, I had to get stuck with this thing, and I know you guys are going to say, Orion, it's Charizard, it's Skyridge, it looks amazing, what are you talking about, the card's beautiful, but you guys might not understand it now, some of you, but once you get to a certain point, nothing will satisfy you other than the best, and that is why a lot of these collectors, they collect all these graded 8s and 9s, they eventually want to trade all of that stuff up for 10s. Now, I don't think you should buy 10s or try and trade for 10s. I really don't. 10s are so, I mean, I guess they are liquid, but they're so out of reach for the average person, but a lot of people can afford to go for the 9s. But yeah, I did some math last night just on what's in my briefcase right now. I know that I have about 25 to 30 grand in my briefcase just with the small number of cards that I've left. I've really slimmed it down. So if you take that 30 from the 80 that I'm at, basically 50K. So I'm like, okay, do I have $50,000 worth of bindered cards and theme decks and sealed modern product? I think I have about 15 in sealed modern product. So let's say 35 left maybe. So I would say I probably have maybe 10 to 15 grand total in all of my theme decks. So I think I'm still $20,000 in the hole. I think I'm still negative 20 grand of value lost in all the stuff that I've picked up. And I traded all my singles for these bigger cards, so I don't have those to sell anymore. So now there is one thing different. I have my ad revenue from YouTube, and I know there's other questions here, and I'm gonna get to everything, but I'm responding to this because it's a good, asking that question, how much money do you estimate you've spent on your entire collection? That's a really good question, and so I'm like kind of sticking on that right now. I believe I'm like 20K truly in the hole that I have not accounted for. And maybe that's in my closet. Maybe my stuff is already appreciated, and that money is already, I'm good now. I think in 2 years it'll appreciate enough. 2 or 3 years I'll be fine. But for right now, let's just say I'm negative 20 grand on all the stuff I've collected. But I have ad revenue from YouTube as well. So I'm just starting to come around to a couple $100s a month. Once that really picks in, that will help offset all those losses. And I still have 8 base set heavy packs. Those are worth at least $500 or $600 a piece. That would really, if I sold the rest of my heavy vintage packs, that would help me tremendously with offsetting my costs. If I sold all my vintage heavy base set packs, I would be at like 15K in the hole right now. And that would be it. That would be my maximum loss is 15 grand, which is still a lot. It's still a lot, but you have to understand I've spent a ton of money and I made a lot of mistakes. And along the way I lost value on some products and I gained value on some products. But when you're building your collection, also I'm not even talking about my sword and shield binders. There's probably 5 grand worth of value just in my sword and shield binders. So I would say maybe I'm more or less like 10K in the hole. I don't know. Maybe something like that. But you know, okay, time to move on. Love the content, by the way. Me and my 2 boys watch your videos weekly together. Thank you. Anime cards, how do you check population? Go to psa.com and just look up the sets, look up the certain Pokemon cards, and it'll show you all the different grades and all the numbers of those populations. And it's crazy, because when you look at stuff, when you look at Gold Star cards that, you know, if you're new to the channel, cards that have this Gold Star right here, that are from the 2000, the EX series. I don't know why it's having a hard time showing this Gold Star. But anyways, when you're looking at the Gold Star cards, that's just terrible. That was just terrible quality. When you're looking at the Gold Star cards, a lot of the populations of these cards in a PSA, BGS, CGC, we'll just say CGC 10, but BGS 9, PSA 9, a lot of them, the populations are under 200, which means, guys, that there's only 200 people in the entire globe, in the whole world, that have this card like I do in a similar condition. That's crazy. And that's where real value is had, and that's the truth, and that's something that people need to talk about more. Because we can all talk about modern product and hype up modern product, but modern product is going nowhere. This stuff, and like I'm gonna regret this because I want this stuff to be unknown. You know, I wanna be able to invest in this stuff. But that's the stuff that I think is worth really investing in. That, and maybe the Japanese market, which I don't know anything about the Japanese market, but Everblessed, hello, what up, Jack Dory, what is the trick to get a good card? Don't buy the cards that everybody's talking about at the time. Buy stuff that no one's talking about. Like I just said, buy stuff that no one's talking about. Nobody's talking about Gold Star Rayquaza. Do you know WWE? Not really. Same, not sure, dude. Can really turn around that company, but would be interesting to see the changes to come. Yeah, like I like Rudy. I like watching his stuff. We'll see. Fortress, at the conventions, are they buying all types of cards? Are they buying bulk cards as well? They're not buying any bulk. And they're not even buying certain hollows. But it's very specific, right? It depends what vendor you go to. Show on, I have a Rowlet and Alolan Executor, BGS 9.5. Thinking of regrading. Don't regrade it. Don't regrade it. Don't regrade it. Just be happy with that card and don't regrade it. You know, that's another issue, is that people will get so set up on trying to get a better version of that card. Just get the nicer card, trade up for the nice card, sell yours and get the one that you want, you know? Yo, Miguel, what up? Mo Thomas, I've started a library, slowly, steadily picking up cards where I can just finish. I just finished Obsidian Flames, congratulations. Michael Hernandez, thanks for the input. Geodude, how did you get so much money so young for collection? Did you just save for years? Well, I'm not young. Well, I guess I am young, but I'm 28. I've been into sneakers and cars my whole life. I've been doing side hustles my whole life. I actually sold pretty much my entire sneaker collection to get cash and to buy my first car. Well, my second car. My dad wrecked my first car. But hustling not... I mean, I played a lot of video games, but in the last 3 years, I haven't played video games at all. Like, I'm very much so motivated and ambitious, and I'm willing to try things that other people won't. And that's part of it. You have to go against the grain, you know? You have to do things that most people are not willing to do. Part of that is making content. I've made 500 plus videos. It's not going to be a wonder why I'm successful in the future, because I've been putting so much time in. Even right now, I have an hour on this live. Nobody's paying me for that. I'm just here. I'm having a good time with you guys. I'm answering questions. That's a part of building your brand, and that's a really important thing is make content. It doesn't have to be Pokemon. It doesn't have to be YouTube, but make content because social media is an incredible way to market yourself and market your businesses, especially marketing your businesses. And my business is content creation, so by default, technically, like YouTube is like my safe space. But good question. I also traded a lot in the stock market, and I made some great trades, and I made a really bad trade, and that bad last trade that I made is part of the reason that I'm really into Pokemon the way I am now. I saw something that was a little more stable and that I could actually hold and feel, and that's what I love about Pokemon, especially when we're specifically talking about investments. I honestly aspire to be like you as far as my own collection goes. You're very tactical in how you make moves within the market as far as investments, engaging where the market's currently at. But that comes with time. Everything that I've learned from other people. None of it has come from within, from own self-knowledge. All of this is information from other people, including people that are in my Discord. Join the Discord. If you haven't already, join the Discord. A lot of great guys in there. On your life, that Crystal Zard looks pretty nice, but it's not. It's a rough 8. And nobody sees it but me. I'm so OCD about cards now. I can't believe it. Like I've got a Skyridge Crystal Zard English in an 8, and I'm like, this isn't good enough. Like, it's an amazing time. But yeah, I gotta trade that up. I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen. Sometimes I buy 10s in other languages so I can afford the 10s I want. That can be a good move as well. Chaval's just coming in, hearing some raw truth bombs. Damn, thanks for sharing. You got it, bro. Ganger Master, I try to always buy slabs to keep. Occasionally you want to trade cards for new cards. I really like highly recommend people buy stuff they intend to keep for the long haul and that's very liquid. Don't just buy stuff because you're like, this is cool, let's go for it. Buy it because you really believe in it. And there are modern cards that I really believe in. Like, for instance, I ended up getting this card in a 9, this Groudon. But this is a really clean 8. This is on my eBay. Get my head out of the way. This is on my eBay. Like, that's a card that, like, okay, it's an 8, but it's still a really nice card and for a fraction of the price. Like, that's another thing. Like, you can't beat yourself up for cards that don't go up in value a lot or aren't very liquid. We all have different financial situations, and it takes a long time and it takes a lot of patience to go for the stuff that you really want. That's something I still struggle with. Why does the stream look like it's being transmitted on another device? I have no idea. Buying during COVID prices too. Can you say why you rather Rayquaza Gold Star versus Charizard? Okay. Both of these actually have very similar populations. But this is a 9. It's a Beckett 9, but it's still a 9. And the subgrades are good. 9.5 centering, 9 edges, 9 corners, 9 surface. True 9, no subgrades that are beneath a 9. That's very good, very strong. So the Rayquaza, even though it's not the slab that I want, this is the card that I'm happy to have. This one in an 8 has some whitening, has a slight indentation that nobody seems to be able to see in this household, but this is the thing, when you buy 8s, you're like, oh, this is a super clean 8. If you look at any 8 in the world, if you look at any 8 hard enough, you're going to find the real flaws with that card, and you're probably going to want to upgrade, which is another thing. I kept that because I had a bunch of cash, and I didn't want to spend more cash while I was there, so I just left. But in the end, if I could do it over, I would have upgraded, because in the end, you're always going to want a higher grade. I imagine someday I might trade everything I have to get a PSA 10 First Edition Charizard or a PSA 10 Gold Star Rayquaza. This Gold Star Rayquaza is not leaving my collection unless it's to help me get a graded 10 version of this card. What's up, baby?
She's just asleep, so don't
Okay. Be a little quieter. I got you. Buying during COVID prices too. Yep, that was rough. I bought a lot of cards during COVID. Ani, I think modern and vintage are both moving slow at the moment. They are. I think it's a good time to just buy those and enjoy them. Oh well, nobody talking about Gold Star Rayquaza because it's $2,000 plus card. True, it's not as relatable for sure, but it's still one of the most iconic cards in the game. And the fact that you never hear that card mentioned at all, we're moving so fast that we're always looking at the next set, and we're forgetting about some of the best sets that have come out of all time. And you could still buy raw. You could still buy a raw Rayquaza and grade it yourself and have your own experience and just trade up down the line. But like any Gold Star Rayquaza, regardless of grade, I think is a good investment over time. There was somebody in our Discord that bought a 7, and I was like, damn, that's a sick card. Like, because Gold Star Rayquaza. Austin, so starting your collection wasn't necessarily a business decision. It was more a nostalgia move. Just wanting to hear a little background on how you started. Thanks. Definitely a nostalgia move. We were having our first kid. I was rummaging through my Yu-Gi-Oh collection, which I had all of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I got closure from that. But I couldn't find my Pokemon stuff. And that kind of drove me crazy and drove me down this rabbit hole of collecting everything. And then as I was collecting, I saw other people's collections and I saw other YouTubers, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it all. And I was very much influenced by the outside world around me. And it became not fun because I was collecting all for kind of other people telling me like what's going on, what to pick up. And one of the best things you can do is make your own mistakes and learn what you truly like. I will say, if you ever want to look back and get your money back out, or you have to buy a home, or you have to buy a car because your car breaks down, or like what happened to me and our dog. Your dog gets hit by a car and you have to spend a ton of money on vet bills. Like, stuff happens in life. And if you've got a bunch of cards that you can't get your money back out, that's like some real talk. Stuff happens in life. And, you know, while you might love your cards, you might have to let them go at some point. And you're going to have a tough time selling a big chunk of cards and slabs if they're not high value stuff. You know, it's better to just hold out and buy one card a month that you really, really like over buying a ton of stuff every week. I know it's hard. It's easier said than done. But yeah, to answer you, Austin, it definitely started from nostalgia, and I just learned that, like, wow, people are really buying this stuff. This could be a business, but you don't want to get into that. It's too much effort. It's too much work. Much easier to just enjoy the hobby. Anime, did Lorcana impact the Pokemon market now? How do you see the future of Pokemon market going in the near future? I think the Pokemon market's fine. I think it's fizzled out a little bit. I think we are now at pre-COVID levels. Like, people don't really care as much about Pokemon anymore. That's fine. I may be wrong on that, but all the numbers on YouTube seem like they're down. It seems like all of the streamers, all of the content creators, their views are down. You can see this. People have cycled out of the hobby. A lot of people have left. A lot of people got burned bad. In every market, people get got. But the people that are disciplined and stick with it, and hopefully truly love it, they're not going to care. This is something that they've seen before. First time I'm seeing it, but I figured this would happen. It can't moon forever. It just can't. It's not sustainable. Ani, wait, 28? You look older than me, and I'm 30. Well, then you have good genes, my friend. What if Pokemon starts serializing cards in the future? Now, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. I would enjoy that. Jose, congrats. Thank you. It's your boy. I regret having my childhood collection binder stolen. Rule number 1, buy one of everything modern, new release. Surf Panda, what do you think about the Poncho Pikachus? I like them. I would not invest in them. I do not personally own any, but I'm planning to try and get one at a card show. The only Poncho that I like is the 2 Rayquaza. The 1 regular Rayquaza and the 1 shining Rayquaza Poncho. But, like, those are the only ones I like, and it's just because there's a Rayquaza on its head. But, like, the Poncho Pikachus just look kind of weird to me. I'm not buying into it. I would love to have those boxes as a collectible investment sealed, but the cards themselves, I don't care too much for. They're high value, sure, but not cards I really care for. Totally agree with your comment about holding your cards for a long time. Michael Hernandez, thoughts on SGC? Feel like they grade hard, but the cards are undervalued that are graded by them. Any company that's not PSA, BGS, and CGC is going to have a tough time on the market. Straight up. That's the truth. Emil, did you go long-term GME during the hype? No. No, that is not the last trade. The last trades I made were I sold a bunch of Tesla. I did really well on it. I was on a high. And then there's so many people in the market that are like, I was a trader, and then they say Tesla. Okay, Tesla is such a generic stock to hold and try and trade, and I would not try and play Tesla. That's a dangerous game. But not so much if you're not shorting it. If you're long Tesla, I think it's fine. But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is I made money off Tesla, and then I rolled that money into another investment. That investment is QuantumScape. QuantumScape is a solid-state battery tech company that's backed by Bill Gates, and let's just forget about that, because Bill Gates has money in everything. Who cares about that? But it is backed by Volkswagen, hundreds of millions of dollars. And I do think that they are going to be the company that develops a solid-state battery that will rival or completely replace the lithium-ion battery. So I have pretty much my whole life savings is wrapped up into a company called QS. So that was my last trade. I have not sold it for a loss. My average is like 30, and the stock is like $7 right now, and it just got a price upgrade for a target of 10. So it's a long road to recovery. But in that time, I built a whole other hobby, a whole other business. The bar is doing really well, so I'm like, I don't even care about that investment, but I do at the same time. I do believe in it. But anyways, enough of that. I shouldn't have even answered that. What's the best way to check card population? Checking PSA. That's what PSA is great for. Look at the PSA registry. Calvin B. Hello, everyone. Yo, what up, Calvin? We got to do a live at some point. Kevin Gonzalez. Hi, what up? Yance. Yo, what up? Nah, everything down. People enter and exit every day. Welcome to Pokemon. What are your thoughts on selling singles on Mercari? It's tough. I haven't had any luck selling singles on Mercari. So far, the only place I've had luck selling singles is eBay. I sell my theme decks on Mercari. I don't know why they do so well on Mercari. But, and even that is risky. I don't need any money now, so I'm in no rush to sell them. James McGinty, is this Uber Eats? This is not Uber Eats. Surf Panda edits. Do you think how crazy the pull rates are for SV making people leave the hobby and affecting the market? Do you think Pokemon will keep declining forever? No. SV is just a rough era. It's rough because they brought in Terra Crowns and there's a bunch of other factors, but SV is just a rough era, and we have to accept that. And 151 hopefully will revive some of it. Gengar Master is a collector before the pandemic. It feels so nice the market to normalize. I'd rather prices be down so I can reach what I like. Finally, I got down to the chat. Myrtle. Orion Size is a sick name, by the way. Where's Orion from? So that is Orion's belt. It's a constellation. Thank you. Emil. Ooh, that's rough, mate. That's down quite a bit. I too have held stock from 2.94 up to 67. Gotta learn. Yeah. Hold the stock, it'll go back up. Forget about it and sit back. My main investment is Tilray, weed, baby, weed. Yeah, that's an interesting market because of federal stuff. But okay, guys, I have to spend some time with my family. I've answered like a bunch of questions. I do have to spend time with Diana. I spent a lot of time at CollectCon last week. I'm sorry about if there's any quality issues with the stream or anything like that. All I can do is hope for the best. Hopefully YouTube can get their act together and provide better options in the future for how I want to stream. I've never done a stream like this. Will 2030 see another boom, or will Logan Paul era be the highest era? I love how you call it the Logan Paul era. Really, that's like really what it is, right? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing, nobody knows. So if you enjoy it, collect it, because everything could just go right back down. And that's why I liquidated and sold everything to put it into stuff like this. Because at least if I do need to sell quickly, if I need to sell or reposition quickly, which it's a long game, right? I don't think anybody's worried about getting in and getting out. That's the wrong way to think about it. But history repeats itself. So if this has happened once, it can happen again. That's all you need to know. I love my weed stonks. Emil Anderson, truth be told, it was a cannabis stock. I should note it went back down to $3. That's important and why I should learn. Indy Carlos, do you think 10 years down the road, Scarlet and Violet base will be worth anything substantial? Yes, I think it'll be a $300-$400 set easily. But in 10 years, you're gonna spend a lot of money. I mean, hopefully you don't need those funds by that time. Like all of this is a long game, right? And also in 10 years, 40 other sets are gonna release, and you have to keep up with those two, or you want to keep up with those two. So this is a long game. And pace yourself, because these releases are stressful. They're hitting us too quick. We can't keep up with it. Myrtle, favorite PokeTuber right now, bro. Keep it up. Thanks for the content. Appreciate you. Ganger Master, always chill streams, man. Panda Edits, how often do you do these streams? They're very enjoyable. We're doing these once a week, every Wednesday. This is when I'm going to try and do these. I can't promise it, but I'm going to try and do these every single Wednesday for you guys. David, bye Ryan, bye David. Jeff Talley, Hart, yo, what up Jeff? Oh man, anime cards thoughts on 151 English. 151 is going to be big. That'll be coming out in a couple days, and I will be opening product and doing lives on that as well as videos. Made the stream at JQ, yo, what up Jay? We are about to close it up though. It is time for me to get off, spend some time with wifey, and decompress a little bit. So I've answered, I hope, everybody's questions. And if you have other questions, comment in the videos, comment on my YouTube videos, and I'll try and get back that way. I try and respond to every single comment I've ever had. Carlos, have a good night, bro. Honestly, one of the best PokeTubers out there. Appreciate you. Hopefully one of the best YouTubers out there someday. I bought a lot of 151 boxes. I did. I have a lot of stuff coming. You guys are in for a treat. I have a lot of stuff coming. I'm still bullish on Modern. I'm still bullish. Okay. Alright. I will catch you guys on the flippity flop. You guys have a fantastic night. Thank you everybody who came out to the stream. Make sure, if you haven't, hit that like button. If you appreciate the stuff that I do, stuff that I talk about, the time that I put in, hit that like button. Share it. Tell people about it. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night, everyone.